I screwed it up, didn't I?
Good job.
What? All right, everybody. I may have screwed up that beginning, but John created a whole new Sports Gladiators. This is our new show. It's replacing Russo's recap. We're going to talk about the 4 major sports and then, of course, other sports as well. So it's, it's not just the pros. We will eventually talk about college as things get more into the season and everything like that. I think it's going to be a great new format for the show. John is going to be the straight guy because he's always got the facts and knows what the heck's going on, whereas I tend to not know certain things or call different players a different name. So you guys have to ride with us because it's the first time, and it's going to be good, I think. And like I said, sorry if you missed John's beginning because he put a lot of work into that.
I'm actually working on a better one than that. So you guys just gotta give me a day or two, and I'll have that ready for you by next show. I promise, Mike.
Oh, thank you, John. If I could only figure out, I just can't figure it
out. You will.
After all this training. Okay. John, what do you think we jump into? We want to talk World Series. You want to do a couple games of football off the bat?
We can chit chat about football for a couple minutes. Let people filter in. Curtis, good evening. Thanks for popping into the Sports Gladiators.
Curtis, what is up?
But no, there was a couple good football games yesterday. I mean, I know you jonesing probably to talk about one because our little friendly group chat got a little heated yesterday between two of our compadres, but we all came to agreement that it is time for Tom Brady to call it quits. Tampa Bay was absolutely embarrassed by Carolina yesterday, 21-3. A winning 4 Carolina team who just, mind you, traded Robbie Anderson to Arizona and then traded Christian McCaffrey the same week to San Francisco. So they have minus 2 of their biggest weapons, but yet they beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers 21-3. Good evening, Tyler. So I'm ranting about your Buccaneers already, but that was a very big, shocking loss yesterday.
Yes, it was absolutely a disaster. I mean, that team was supposed to be back to what it was when they won a title, and it's not. You don't have Gronkowski. There's a lot of players that just aren't there, that just are not where, and the other ones are underperforming. The defense doesn't look good. Their offense doesn't look good. Curtis, we're going to talk about baseball in a little bit, Curtis, and then you can harass me.
And to your point that you make every single week, Tom Brady threw another 49 pass attempts yesterday.
Tyler, I'm going to give you all my take. May I join the conversation? You can join the conversation, but John and I have decided that we try something. We're trying something different. Sam is going to join us live. But Tyler, man, just comments. Man, I'll comment on all that stuff you're saying, buddy. I got you covered. Yeah, Curtis. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. This is like Brady does need to retire because obviously, I made it that the O-line made mistakes when it was a defensive line yesterday. So if everybody was in that chat, it was hilarious. But he yelled at his O-line. Okay. It doesn't seem like certain players are playing for him. Even though he's the GOAT, he's just not, the GOAT in a lot of people's books. Someday we'll have the special about why he's not. But he is the greatest game. I always say this. He is the greatest game manager of all time. So he is. But the fact that – no, sorry, go, John.
No, I said at this point, he's just tarnishing his legacy, getting embarrassed the way he is. He's just not the same player he once was. What more do you have to prove?
Well, yes, I know you got 7 rings. I mean, does it really, matter? And his head wasn't in the right place to start the season with all of his wife stuff. Yes, Tyler, I agree. He had a lot of outside drama, and he does need to retire. Byron Leftwich, I saw that you said I could trash him, Tyler, but I didn't say anything. But Byron Leftwich, yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there. I don't know if he's playing Madden and then running over to make plays. I have no idea what he's doing. He is not good.
No, not really.
I mean, I hate to say that that Brady's lost a step, but he was never a mobile quarterback. So you got to protect that pocket for him, and then he makes plays.
Well, then
You
you
know,
can't make him throw the ball 49 times a game. The guy's 45 years old.
no, I agree. How many times was that 49 yesterday, John?
I believe so. If I'm actually gonna pull it up right now and tell you 1 second. Hold on.
All
I
right, you
think it
pick.
was.
Chicago gets picked off, and now it's 10-7.
Yeah, he was 32 of 49 yesterday. 45 years old, and you're throwing the ball 50 times.
Can't do that.
And I think Tyler had said it in our group chat. And then you lose Mike Evans again.
Yeah. So it's how long is he going to be out, John?
I didn't really see a timetable. Maybe Tyler knows, but like
Tyler, if you know that, hook us up. You were embarrassed losing to both the Steelers and Panthers. True. Helping half the team. Yeah, that's true. You got injuries, Tyler. I agree with that. Let's put this all up here for you. Yo, what's up, Kelsey? What's up, Kelsey? What's up?
Popping in. We got Sam on his Twitch account.
Yo.
That is Sam on Twitch.
Yes, we do.
We were talking about Tom Brady.
Sam's. You were talking about Brady. Is that your? Is that his? Is that Sam's handle right there? I didn't know. Yes. I probably missed it.
That's what he has his own stream on Twitch. That's what he streamed with. So
got you. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Tyler, even at full strength, I still don't think you guys would be cruising. No. I don't personally. It's my opinion. Everybody out there wants to send me all this hate crap. I'm just saying. You know. Yeah, I mean, they got to mix something up. Okay, they have to mix something up.
Yeah,
something. They need to take a change. Like I said, when Brady decided, I'm coming back again, that really threw a wrench into what their plans are going to be.
Tyler's been striving for Kyle Trask. Maybe if you wind up not going anywhere, even though the NFC South is complete trash, they could still possibly win the division with a sub 500 record. But like all you're doing with keeping Tom Brady is keeping that Kyle Trask off the field. You're just hitting this kid's growth.
Like, right.
I'm just what else does Brady have to prove? Nothing.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And these people that are saying that they're going to go, I hate to tell you this, they're not going to go 13-4. I don't know why people keep saying that online, but that's not happening. You're not going 13-4. And if you make the playoffs, it says a wild card. Of course, that division kind of blows. So you're right. They could still get in that way, right?
Yeah.
Is there any team that you think can take them out?
The only other team I would consider might be the Saints, but the Saints are in a lot of trouble themselves. So, I mean, unless Carolina minus Robbie Anderson and Christian McCaffrey, but not really. That's Tampa Bay's division still.
Yeah, Tyler, I kind of agree with your 10-7. I would have gone 9-8, but that's 10-7 is not impossible with them. So, but the thing is, like for as good as they're supposed to be, he's thrown it 49 times, you said, John?
Yeah.
For 3 points. Okay. I mean,
I guess what is subpar defense too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it with them. Brady's, we got to move on, but Brady, that was a big topic yesterday. People tell me they're going to go, 13-4 dreaming. Because Trask, I believe it's going to be, yes. Like Tyler, like I just said, Brady coming back screwed up everything. He made it bigger on his life. I'm not saying his wife and him are going to get broke up. All that drama. He comes back late. And then John said last week he doesn't practice. He doesn't walk through. He doesn't do any of that stuff.
Nope.
And I'm afraid that he should. And Tyler, yeah, you should be crying. Because how do you score 3 points with your offense? I mean, I don't get it. John, anything to say about this game?
Not really. I was going to go in the Cowboys, but I'll wait till we were joined by Mr. Simmons because he was actually at the game for Dallas yesterday, and they beat Detroit, so I'll let him have a little 5-minute spiel on how the game was and stuff since he was there in person. But another person that was at the game yesterday, I don't know if she's still in here or not. Kelsey, if you're in here, I'm sorry your team lost, but my cousin was actually at the Denver Broncos game yesterday, too. She went with her boyfriend out in Denver. Denver wound up on the short end of the stick. They wind up losing to the New York Jets, who are now 5-2.
Kelsey's there.
I hope my cousin had a wonderful time at the game with her boyfriend. I mean, win, lose, draw, going to a live NFL game is still top tier on the list. Just the atmosphere alone is worth the price of admission.
I agree with John on that.
We had 2 people who were actually live in person at games yesterday, which I'm kind of jealous about.
John brought this up already, Tyler, that James Robinson got traded. He said it right before you got on.
I love that trade for both teams. Because now the Jacksonville can focus on Travis Etienne being the starter going forward. And then the Jets, even though they won yesterday, wind up losing the rookie running back for the rest of the year, Bryce Hall, to a twin ACL. So now getting someone like James Robinson solidifies that backfield. And him and Michael Carter could now become a good 1-2 punch to help out Zach Wilson.
Oops, sorry, Kelsey.
It's okay.
Your team and my team. Oh, Denver.
So
I don't know what's up with Denver either. He made that huge quarterback signing. I don't.
Russell Wilson didn't play yesterday. He had a lingering hamstring injury. So second year quarterback Ripken got to start. Formerly the son of Hall of Fame quarterback Mark Ripken. So they didn't have Russell Wilson yesterday, and the Jets have been playing some damn good football lately. They were one of my surprise teams.
Oh, Kelsey, I forgot that he didn't play yesterday. I apologize for that. But he hasn't looked good this year. I don't know if it's the head coach, the offensive coordinator. I have no idea why Wilson's being wasted, in my opinion. So
it could be a little bit of both because they have the weapons on the offensive side of the ball, but they're underperforming. So is it unfamiliarity in the new system, or is it a rookie head coach not doing the proper techniques?
Now look about the Raiders game, right? Okay. They have decent targets for Carr, and they pushed out a win, but they're underperforming as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams underperforming this year.
I don't know if Devontae Adams is regretting his decision. But
I wouldn't say
Kelsey.
But
Kelsey, like I just said, I agree with you. It could be your offensive coordinator, your head coach. I don't know what's ownership. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how their objectives are getting filtered down. I have no idea from how far up top the coach's decisions. I have no idea.
It's just too good of a team to see them struggle like this.
Yeah, it's disturbing because I thought once they got Wilson, I'm like, this is gonna be good. They got some weapons.
But another big shout out I want to give is to the New York Giants. As much as we hate them in Philly, you got to respect their play right now. They're 6-1. They went down to Jacksonville yesterday, took care of business.
But they were 2 yards from a win, John. Jacksonville. They were 2 yards from a win.
2 yards from a win. Remember, what was it? Super Bowl 36 or something, St. Louis, Tennessee. He was half a yard from a tie. So every yard counts in the NFL.
It's true. So, have you ever seen if anybody's ever seen Any Given Sunday, you should listen to his inches speech toward the end of the movie, as it is an awesome speech.
Oh, Al Pacino is amazing in that movie.
He's amazing. Oh yeah, I know, Sam. This is rare.
Yeah, that's another sport, another pleasant surprise, I might say, because a lot of people predicted the Sixers to be very top tier this year, but
I got to look in. I got to see what Tyree Maxey's doing. I got to see what's going on over there.
Oh, Maxey's my man.
That dude's taking it to another level last year, so I got to see because they got a lot of weapons. I mean, Harden, Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. I don't know,
There's another good game last night. Tua's first game back at home, they beat Pittsburgh 16-10, and Tua looked comfortable. You keep that kid upright, he's gonna have an awesome second half. Miami's right back in the thick of things with a wild card position because, as we know, no one's catching Buffalo. Sorry, coach, but Buffalo is the team to beat in the AFC East. But Miami did look very good with Tua under center last night. They need Tua to stay healthy for them to go as far as they want to go.
Yeah, Hill's doing his job.
Oh, Tyreek puts up numbers no matter what.
Yeah, it's just like Devontae. Oh, sorry, John. Go ahead. I didn't mean to.
No, I'm just saying Tyreek Hill is the fastest wide receiver in the game. So a 2-yard bubble screen, he can make it, turn it into 20 yards down the field. So Tyreek's going to get you yards no matter what. That's all. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I'm just looking at the comments.
It's okay.
This is funny.
I'll let Tyler
Kelsey.
answer that question. So
Okay, Kelsey, that's awesome.
she has my blood, so we like to trash people.
There you go, Kelsey. He's a Bucs fan. He's pinning all his hopes on Brady.
Even though if you look at the box score from the Dolphins game last night, Mike, Jalen Waddle actually had more yards than Tyreek Hill. So,
oops, sorry.
Mr. Waddle outperformed Tyreek Hill last night, but all in all, it was a good game all around, all phases of that game. The defense stepped up, offense did what they had to do. So,
what I was saying before that, John, you mentioned Tyreek Hill. It's just like Devontae Adams. He's having a great season, but you can't have literally he throws to him like all the time. I understand he's always open because he's a premier receiver, but you don't have any contributions. Like their ground game isn't that effective. So,
well, I would normally agree, but Josh Jacobs had a heck of a game yesterday.
Yeah, what's up, Bobby? Joining us for the first time. I love it. My closest friends. Who's in the house? Andrea McCormack is in the house. Oh, I forgot, guys. Even with the new format for the show, Master Chief still is online.
Yeah. Everybody drop a happy birthday in the chat for Miss Andrea.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andrea. Happy birthday to you. And many, many more. We sang it. I can't sing good. Me and John aren't the best singers, but we got it off.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Instinct in that one, but
you're welcome, Andrea. You deserved it. So,
I mean, I was waiting for you to get that deep voice in you, Mike. I know you have it. Come on, pep up.
Yo, wait. What? I just saw something. What the heck is it?
It was a
So. Yo, okay. Is Kelsey still here? Kelsey. Bobby Krautwald that just commented from YouTube. He is a humongous Denver fan. So he is the Denver fan.
So we have two Denver fans. We have a Lions Texans fan with Andrea, Dolphins fan. I mean,
got it all over the map.
No, Kelsey started for you, Mike.
Nice, Kelsey. Yeah, my friend up there at Bobby Krautwald. He loves Denver. Says he loves them a lot.
But like I was gonna say before we got singing Happy Birthday.
Oh, sorry, John.
I would normally agree with you that they don't have much of a running game, but Josh Jacobs had probably the best game of his career yesterday. Granted, they were playing Houston, but 20 carries, 143 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. So, I mean, Houston's in the last place as much as I hate to say it, but so you got Houston and I think Detroit's up there too now, since they lost yesterday. Yeah, Detroit's 1-5. So, I mean, if Andrew likes the basement drawers, sure.
There's Bobby.
There's Mr. Bobby. So, now we got Sam on two things.
Yeah.
So.
Bang.
But what other game would you like to mention about? There's one particular I want to say, but I'll let you pick next.
I'm putting up all the happy things I can for you. All right.
What game's next on your list, Mike?
Next on our list. I just want to remind everybody now that we got a lot of people in here. Just want to let you guys know, John and I have changed the format to Gladiators because we're going to be talking about more sports. We're not going to lock in on football. Also, kind of our new format is that John and Sam will still join us. They're very good with the facts and know the players a lot better than I do. So the new format is you're not going to hear us just pumping off stats from the box score as much. We'll interject those when we need to in the conversation. So get ready for some more good content with the other sports as well.
Yeah, and let's talk about the Avalanche. Huh? Well, we also have Curtis that's lingering in chat. I hope Curtis is actually good. I invited Curtis to join us for a hockey segment on the show, but he respectfully declined, which being on front of camera is not for everybody, but he said he will chat in the chat with us on hockey games too.
Wow. Kelsey, I can't believe you just did that. You just said that. Bobby, about being a big Denver fan, is also a big Avs fan.
Yeah,
You guys
Andrew,
have
apparently.
and there we go, and Andrew. So Bobby,
So-
yeah, man, you're on with Kelsey, 2 of your teams so far. Let's see if she could run the table, Bobby. How about your favorite teams?
But we got
There's-
the Phillies Astros game 1 World Series. Yep, that will be later on in later in the discussion. But
Well,
that's
wait,
gonna be a dynamite series.
we were talking about the Avalanche. You know, we're gonna move over to hockey right now, just for a few minutes. Yeah, Kelsey's right. Let's talk. I mean, we can talk about the Avalanche. I think they have a decent team, but I don't know hockey very much, guys. To be honest with you, I became for me being almost all New York except for the Eagles. I'd never followed it, but when I moved here, I kind of became a Flyers fan. And when I moved here, you want to see me almost getting killed. When I moved here, I told people, why don't you root for the Devils, New Jersey Devils, since they're in your state? They almost killed me. They almost destroyed me.
And you said that coming to South Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they're like,
definitely-
Mike, it's 2 different states. I'm like, there's North and then South. And they almost destroyed me. They're like, what? So I was like, okay.
I could understand the argument because I have a friend who is now living in South Jersey who still roots for the Devils. Don't know why, but he said the same thing and we almost jumped him. So I'm guessing you learned your lesson, I hope.
Just
I don't know, the whole big pork roll debate from North Jersey and South Jersey. That's another funny debate, but
yeah, exactly. Like down here, it's the Phillies. Up north, it's the Yankees.
yeah, well, then how can you have then the sports debate is how can you call the Jets and the Giants from New York when they play in North Jersey? Why can't they be the New Jersey Jets or the New Jersey Giants?
True, they play. Where's Kelsey?
Like back in the day, really jumping off the board when you had MLS, it used to be called the New Jersey Metro Stars because they played in New Jersey, but you had both New York City and New Jersey owners, so I can understand that.
Awesome. I put up Kelsey's comment because she feels she's confident that they're going back to back.
I mean, it's only what 5 or 6 games in a season, depends on what team you're talking about. But the Avalanche are definitely near the top of the Western Conference. So, and the one player, Cushioning or something, in 6 games has 7 goals. That's incredible. That's more than a goal average a game. In 6 games, 7 goals? Come on.
Yes.
And they also have the great Nathan McKinnon. They showed up the goaltending spot. They might have just lost one of their top defensemen for a couple of weeks, but I mean, Colorado's a stout team. They should bounce back.
When I was much younger, when they had Patrick Waugh and all that stuff, I did like the I hadn't moved to Jersey yet. Well, it's actually quite a few years that I hadn't moved to Jersey yet. But yeah, I kind of followed the Avs 1 year when they were dominating.
Oh, look, if you want to talk back in the day, Colorado Avalanche, Patrick Waugh, Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, I don't know if Adam Foote was on here or not, but
Kelsey likes McKinnon.
Yeah. I mean, Nathan McKinnon's started that team for many, many, many years to come. So I like him again. Just need goalie to play a little above average. So yeah, so goaltending must be a little bit of a weak spot, but hey, every team rebounds.
There it is, Bobby, putting it out there about needing a goalie. I don't know because I don't know the Avs. I guess their goalie play is not doing well.
We should call Bobby Goldberg. A Mighty Ducks pun right there. So like,
You know another thing,
go.
Kelsey?
You remember me with the Colorado sports talk? Yeah, well, like we said, we want to try to get away from just one sport and talk about multiple things. So if we spend 5-10 minutes talking about one specific state sports or whatnot, it's like that's what we want to do. Switch gears. We want more people to get involved with the segment instead of just reading box scores left and right. So, I'm glad that we're doing something different. I think it'll draw a lot more interactive people in here, hopefully.
Yes, that would be great. That would be good. We need more people. Spread the word.
Because like you got Curtis's comment up here. I knew he was gonna pop it when we started hockey. The Canadians, I mean, they're off to a great start as well. So if you're Curtis and you're watching Montreal hockey right now, you're loving it. So,
Also, I kind of like Crosby. Almost got killed for that.
I'm gonna jump through your computer. You say that again.
John, we already had this. You almost killed me at your house.
I did. I mean, I was gonna lock him in the basement for the night and put him downstairs with the crickets, but
Yeah, in the actual basement. He's gonna lock me in the actual basement.
yeah, can I have that power?
Now, Tyler, Tyler, we could swing over here for a little bit. Definitely. We want to talk to baseball. I got that. Phillies, incredible run, still looking really, really good. And the Yankees looking really, 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 really bad. Okay, not just bad, really, 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 really bad. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done for the Yankees. I think Cashman and Boone should go. The trades this year were absolutely bizarre, perplexing. I had no idea what they were trying to do there. And then came the playoffs, and they barely got by Cleveland, and then they get swept. I mean, I don't know. There's got to be big wholesale changes next year, and because of this bad, I know he didn't have a great postseason again, which is Judge. He didn't have a great postseason, but I honestly don't think he's going to leave the Yankees. But Dodgers are definitely going to make a pretty large offer for him. At least that's what I read.
And speaking of Mr. Houston himself.
Yes, I agree. Oh, Kelsey, there we go. Oh, Bobby, quit being a dick.
But I 100% agree with Bobby. Go Astros, beat the Yankees.
Swept them.
They already did.
Before you already stopped on Sam, I've already trashed my own team.
Good. Because I was going to trash them for you if you didn't.
I was just saying.
All I ask is Sam removes that hat from my show. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, no.
Duke.
Oh, no.
That's fine.
No.
My wife, she even has a tattoo of Marvin the Martian with North Carolina. She's a North Carolina fan, my wife. Yo, that's Dallas. But is that a Dallas? Wait, maybe I misunderstood. Is that a Duke or a Dallas hat?
It's Dallas.
All right.
But we can
Sorry, I thought it was. I'm sorry.
It's their sideline hat.
I thought. Never mind. I thought it was something else.
No. It is my Duke. It is my Dallas hat.
Yeah, so anyways, I've already went over like the Yankee. Like I said, don't want to go really back over it, but perplexing, absolutely weird ass trades. Cashman and Boone should be gone. That's what I want to do. There's going to have to be wholesale changes and everything. It's, but the Dodgers are going to make a competitive offer for Judge. You just don't know what Judge is going to do if he's going to sit here with mediocre talent around him. So,
I mean,
a team that's going to be like.
No, he had a horrible postseason. He always has a horrible postseason, which is, disturbing since he's had a record, home runs, had a phenomenal season. It's disturbing.
So your offense is completely shut down.
Yeah, I know. We scored. Let's see.
What's up, Tyler?
We had 31 in the first.
Shut up, Lalo.
The first two games, we struck out 31 times. 31 times in 2 games. That's pathetic.
Well, my biggest question is, okay, Judge is going to be a pending free agent. Giancarlo Stanton's locked in for how many more years? Like, what? You guys need to get younger. Like, I understand you have all these superstars on the Yankees, but obviously that's not a winning format anymore. You guys got to get younger. What do you do to improve?
Yeah, it's everything. Benintendi shouldn't have been traded for. That was a waste. Bader came through at the end, so not a horrible, thing there. Isaac, IKF show even bigger. Donaldson was was a very expensive try to. It's just ridiculous. We should have kept Gio Urshela.
Because your Yankees have, I noticed a trend with the Yankees and the Dodgers the last 10 years. They spend, but they don't have any results to show for it.
No, they don't. No, they definitely don't. I mean, the Dodgers had a fucking record high. There's a quarter, John. They had a record high payroll. That's going to have them have to pay a lot of luxury tax money. Yeah, the Yankees are up there, but Phillies are spending a ton of money. Houston is spending a ton of money. So, Mets,
the MLB would know how to take the joke.
The Mets and the Dodgers are the two top payrolls. And I think we're 3, and I think Phillies are 4th or 5th. I can't remember. But those are all a lot of money. Everyone says the Yankees buy talent, but so does all the top teams. It used to be only the Yankees did it, but now everybody does it. Oh my God, this Curtis.
And I'm enjoying every French fry, Curtis.
I do the same thing, Curtis. I
haven't eaten at all today. The only thing I've eaten today is car snack foods.
Yeah, Tyler, we just said that. Yes, they spent a ton of money and didn't do anything. So I don't know. Yeah. What is this, Bobby?
Okay.
What are you trying to say there, Bob? No.
Well, the funny thing is, the Yankees are number 3 on the highest payroll.
I was right then.
He's talking about Duke.
Oh, that's right. That's what I thought. That's right. Bobby's a huge Duke fan. My wife's a huge North Carolina fan. They go at it at bowling. So.
No, but Tyler brings up a good point. But the difference between the Red Sox and the Phillies and the Yankees and the Dodgers, at least those other 3 teams made the playoffs.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, they did.
Red Sox were at the bottom of their division, despite how much money they've spent.
Red Sox are going to be blown open next year. That team's going to be blown apart and have to start over again. I just don't see it there. Everybody's JT. Everybody can leave or get traded. I think there's a lot of people leaving that can choose to go anywhere they want. I mean, you're just not going to JT Martinez. You really want him for another year? I wouldn't. He sucks.
Well, looking at this list, you got the Mets 1, Dodgers 2, Yankees, Padres are 4, White Sox are 5, and then the Phillies are 6.
They're 6th. Oh, really? How much does Houston have committed?
$157.8 million.
Yeah, that's an impressive salary.
But like a team like the Mets, $235.6 million locked in, and they got shellacked by the Padres in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, the Padres. My one friend said their World Series was against the Dodgers. I think they got super, super hyped for that. And then I think with the Phillies series, they tried to carry that over, and then they just got slaughtered. Mm-hmm. I knew Soto wasn't going to do crap there for him. So I'm glad we didn't pick him up. So,
well,
yeah.
If they had
14.5, so
if they had Tatis, it would have been different.
Completely different.
But nope.
I think this is going to be an interesting World Series. 2 of the what would we say top 10 teams with the most spending money right now.
Yeah. Houston's 9th.
Is 9th?
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 of the top 10 highest spending teams. There's a 20-game difference, 19-game difference between in the win column between these 2 teams in the regular season. And so it's going to be an interesting series, as both of these teams have come off of losing very few games in the playoffs thus far.
I knew the Yankees were in trouble when they had to face Houston. I knew that because they've owned them. So.
Well, you guys jumped ahead last night, so I'm thinking, okay, the Yankees are going to get at least 1 out of this series, but
Houston pulled it out. Houston was able to pull it out.
Now they can't match the Phillies' power, so that's the one thing that Phillies got a huge advantage on.
And that's what's going to be the interesting part is how is Houston going to deal with the Phillies' power?
Yeah. So I brought it up.
This is, I remember growing up as a kid watching World Series baseball, watching playoff baseball, all the commercials. You can't script October.
I
agree.
You can't. And I mean, on paper, there's no reason that Houston doesn't win the World Series.
I think the Phillies are going to pull it out. So,
Well, what I'm saying is on paper, if you look at all the stats from regular season, postseason, look at all the stats. It's gonna be.
oh, Curtis, I'll see you in a little bit. I did see your hockey thing, Calgary Flames. Maybe we can get back to that when you come back, my friend.
But on paper, Houston wins, hands down, on paper. But then when you get into reality, Philly is a team that they are the underdog. They have something to prove. Houston's proved what they need to prove year in and year out over the last 5-6 years.
Yes, and yes, if it hadn't been for COVID, those guys would have absolutely had a hell year that year. But because COVID kept out the fans,
yeah,
Houston got spared from all that.
But both teams are coming in hot, pitching and hitting.
I got to roll, John. I'll be back. Everybody, I'm stepping out of the stream. Got to take my wife to work.
See you when you get back.
See you when I get back.
Yeah.
So you have Philly, who's the underdog, and they have this underdog story. They're trying to prove we are the underdog story. We're going to prove ourselves. But then you have Houston, who lost last year in the World Series. How much of that is going to play on how they play in this series?
I don't know. We'll see, because if you think about it, both teams clinched last night. I think they said it was the first time since like '94 that both championship series wind up finishing up on the same day. With that being said, now each team has 6 days to rest. 5 days, actually.
Yeah.
That's ideal for both teams, because now you can get your pitching in order. Your bats, like your players, can recoup for 2-3 days before they gotta get back on the field. Like
they can recuperate from the partying. Both teams, especially the Phillies, the Phillies, they're celebrating, and they deserve it. Every minute of it, they deserve it. They should be celebrating because they've done what nobody. You said it last night. They should not be there, but they are.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a video this morning from someone we have this thing called Xfinity Live. It's like a multiple bar type thing. People go hang out and stuff. Kyle Schwarber was there last night riding a mechanical bull at 2:00 in the morning, drunk off his ass. So,
let him.
He's probably getting out of bed about 2:00 this afternoon.
I mean, the Phillies haven't seen the World Series since 2008.
2009, thank you.
I thought it was 2008.
2009, we lost it. 2009, we lost to the Yankees. 2008, we won against Tampa Bay.
Okay.
I have the books to prove it.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you're lying. I don't doubt you. I just thought it was 2008. They haven't won the World Series since 2008. But
I didn't want to bring it up with Mike in here, but imagine, the Yankees payroll, I was saying, it was $211.2 million, right? They went to Game 5 versus Cleveland, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know what Cleveland's payroll was this year? $29.1 million. The lowest in the major leagues. Imagine the Yankees, who are the third highest payroll, losing to a team that pays the players about a tenth of what the Yankees salary comes to. So
it's interesting. For sure.
Like you said, you can't script October. Me as a Phillies fan, I am completely shocked that we make it because of how stacked the NL was. You had the Dodgers, Padres, the Mets, the Braves, all 90+ win teams. Well,
I mean, a lot of people didn't even expect the Phillies to get past the Cardinals.
Yeah,
they did. Then they faced the Braves. Nobody thought that they were going to get past the Braves. The Braves were looking at Braves repeating as champions. But you guys got past the Braves. Padres, I think, was a toss-up because nobody expected the Padres to be there either. They expected the Padres to lose to the Dodgers. But here we are having the Padres and Philly in the NL championship game. Like, Who would have thought?
Well, if you want to honestly think about it, I'm going to switch gears and throw a curveball at you. Okay.
Go for it.
San Diego is the 5th seed. Philly was the 6th seed. Okay, so the last 2 seeds, Philly got in on the last day of the season. Okay, back in 2010, 2010. If you remember that far back, in the NFL, you had 2 teams that made the NFC Championship game that no one predicted. You had the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles were the 6th seed. The Arizona Cardinals were the 5th seed, and they met in the NFC Championship game. Kurt Warner was the quarterback for the Cardinals. That's how far back it was. But like that's like what it is. If your team gets hot at the right time, you can just go.
Yeah.
Like I think Houston has the edge in pitching, but Philly has the advantage when it comes to, like you said, the power and stuff like that. But Houston's a very solid contact hitting team with Carrera, with Tuve, Brigman.
If you look at Houston, look at how the majority of their points are scored. The majority of their points are scored by getting folks on base and then bringing them around.
Mm-hmm.
There's not very many of these solo home runs. I mean, of course you get them, but and I can't speak for the Phillies, but I mean, can Houston hit home runs when they need to? Yeah, of course.
Well, Phillies proved that they're a very aggressive team. Nick Castellanos, especially, I think they were saying yesterday, like 7 or 8 straight at bats, he was swinging at the first pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, you don't see that. You normally take the first pitch. Reese Hoskins yesterday, 3-0 count, no outs. Gets a meatball right down the middle. What's he do? Smacks a 2-run home run on a 3-0 pitch. Because, again, it was right there. I knew they were like, we knew we had to be aggressive, so we did it.
It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be a very interesting series, and especially with games 3. Okay, I'm gonna break down the schedule for you. That is absolutely absurd right now. If you live in the Philadelphia area like I do, okay.
Did they go 2-2-1-1-1?
It's 2-3-2.
Okay.
So games 1 and 2 are Friday and Saturday night in Houston. Sunday, the Eagles play home versus Pittsburgh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, if necessary, are games 3, 4, and 5 in Philly. Okay.
Which we could almost guarantee that game 5 will be necessary.
Okay.
At least.
Thursday, the Eagles play in Houston versus the Texans. Hold on. Friday, Saturday, if necessary, again, 6 and 7 would be in
Houston. Oh, that's funny.
Okay. And then the following Sunday, so now you're looking 9 days out, the Philadelphia Union have the Eastern Conference Finals game in Philly for MLS.
Oh. I'm like, okay, I know this is either Philadelphia Union. I know that's either MLS or WNBA, and the WNBA isn't playing right now, so it has to be MLS.
Phil doesn't have a WNBA team yet.
Yet.
But and also keep in mind you have Sixers games going on all week and the Flyers playing all week. Right now, I don't know if the Sixers pulled it out or not, but they're off to a really sluggish start. And they're starting to put Doc Rivers on the hot seat in Philly, talking about basketball. And then the Flyers, surprisingly, off to a 4-2 start. They lost yesterday, but last time I saw the Sixers, they were up by 15. So
final scores: Pacers 106, 76ers 120.
Okay, so we finally got our first win of the season. Yay! Sorry.
And the Spurs are getting off. They're gonna start off with a 3-1 start if they hold out in the fourth quarter. They're up 98-69 against the Timberwolves at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Well, you're saying Antonio Spurs came to Philly and won that summer, didn't they?
Yeah, last night.
I was actually going to message you.
Or the other night. Not last night. A couple nights ago.
I was going to send you a message about it, but I was like, he's probably not home. I'm not going to bother him with it because he's probably amped up being in Dallas. So I figured I'd let you have some fun.
Well, Dallas was a fun trip. And I know you mentioned earlier you'll wait to talk about the Dallas Lions game till I got on.
Well,
Don't know if
it's yours if you want to talk about it.
I don't
maybe.
know if we want to wait until Mike gets back, but
That's fine. I don't know. I mean,
hold on. I lost you. There we go. But I'm gonna see if this will work.
because I don't know how much you listened in the show, but my cousin Kelsey, who pops in and out, was at the Denver game yesterday as well. So
Yes, I saw that. I heard that.
unfortunately, she didn't get to see a win like you did, but she said she had a heck of a time. So
Can't win them all. Can't win them all. That's for
I
sure.
mean, we won our bye week. I don't know if you know that. So we're technically 7-0. No, I was a pun at Tyler for saying that he was winning the bye week. So Tyler, you're still watching. I saw those comments.
Well, I was trying to see if I could pull up my pictures on my computer of from the game last night, but yesterday afternoon. But it doesn't look like I can. It might help if I actually turned on my Wi-Fi. That might help, to connect to my computer here. There we go. Okay. So
Giants looked a scary good team also, yes. I mean, they beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Jacksonville was regressing instead of progressing, but the Giants scared me. Dallas scared me. Washington beat Green Bay yesterday with Tyler Heineke. I mean, and he is possible with the kid. So if I'm
it
Carson
is.
Wentz, I'm sitting back and saying, "Oh crap, I lost another job," because you might have.
Well, I think about Carson Wentz. I mean, I don't feel like Carson Wentz has ever been a top-notch starting QB.
Oh, you can't wait off 2017 though. The man was on an
Yeah.
absolute roll before he tore his ACL out in LA. I think he finished the year with 34 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. If he plays all 17 games that year, easily hits 40 touchdown passes.
Yeah. So, John, if you don't mind sharing that, this of course was after the game, but this was this is where my seats were. It was a hike up there. I will say that. It took probably about 10 minutes to get from walking into the stadium to get up to where the seats were. And walking up and down those stairs that are super steep. Yeah, my legs are feeling it today. But we had a great time. I mean, good view. Hard to see the individual players, when looking at the field itself rather than the jumbotron there.
Well, that's the bonus of having Dallas. You got the 60-yard video screen. So
Yeah, the thing is massive, massive, and I love it. But yeah, those were our seats last night from the game, or yesterday afternoon from the game. Just had a great time. We were sitting on the Lions side. I preferred it. One, tickets were cheaper.
go figure.
Two, I'd rather be able to. I couldn't see the Lions sideline from where I was sitting, but I could see the Dallas sideline across the field. So I was perfectly happy with it.
Yeah.
I didn't care. For me, I'm just going. I'm at a Cowboys game, and this is awesome.
Now, this sounds pretty awesome. As well, since like I said, my cousin was at the game. That would have been cool to be
That's
at.
awesome.
I feel like a lot of teams like did like a special honoring system for certain teams yesterday. Like I think Washington, I had read, brought back their top 10 players in franchise history for the
Mhm.
90s as like a tribute or whatever. There was one player who refused to go, and I don't know why, but it's whatever he wants to do. But I couldn't imagine how that was, seeing like John Elway in the stands, Terrell Davis. Like that's a game that you get to go to once in a lifetime. I've been lucky enough. I've been to about 2 or 3 Eagles Hall of Fame games. I saw Donald
Nice.
McNabb get retired. Um, Jeremiah Trotter. Like I've been to a whole bunch of different Eagles games where they do stuff like this, and it is absolutely incredible to see what the team of the current day does for the team of the old. So,
I was trying to look it up, see if I could figure out who didn't go, but I didn't see.
Washington.
Yeah,
Chris
probably
Cooley.
someone who doesn't like Snyder. There's a lot of NFL owners and even Goodell himself who want Snyder out.
Yeah. Well, it was Chris Cooley who didn't go,
Okay.
and he just a lot of people don't get along with Washington because of the tarnished record of taking the Redskins name off the jersey and stuff like that. You go from the well-known franchise and known being Washington Redskins as a football team, now the Commanders, and they're trying to rewrite the history books when you really can't. Because when I'm 35, Sam is a little bit younger, but when you think of Washington, the
31.
first team you're going to think of is the Washington Redskins. So I can understand why someone like Chris Cooley feels that it's not right to change the team's name.
No, I think Cleveland did the same thing.
Yeah,
Going from the Indians. And the thing is, if you look at the background of those names, one, well I'll start with the Guardians, / Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians / Guardians now actually got the Indians name as a tribute to one of their players who was full-blood Native American, if I remember correctly. And they called themselves the Indians after he retired, as a way to honor him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, so it was an honoring thing, not a racist thing. Now the Redskins is a little harder to defend because yes, the Redskins was a very derogatory term back in the 1800s. But it was only derogatory because we said it was derogatory. The Indians didn't really care.
Well, like my biggest thing is like you dropped the Indians and the Redskins name, but you got Kansas City Chiefs still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
With an Indian headdress as their logo.
Okay. And then down in Atlanta, even though
The Braves,
they still do that, like the chopping thing as their thing. Like there's gonna be derogatory racism any which way you look at it. So to make two well-known franchises have to change their name is ridiculous. Like,
well, if I remember with the Redskins, it wasn't necessarily that they wanted to change their name, or even that the NFL was asking them to change their names. If I remember correctly, it was actually the state of Maryland, and specifically Landover, where they play, who told them, if you don't change your name, we won't let you play here.
Yeah, I do. You're right. I have
So
heard and seen stories about that.
And it was Roger Goodell who just went soft and said, then, okay, fine, we'll change the name. And forced them to change their name. Whereas if Roger Goodell had said, no, we're not going to change the name, but we can find another city to put them in.
I mean, I've been to FedEx Field personally. This past year I went for the first time, and they could use a new stadium anyway.
Oh, no. You could move them somewhere where they don't even need to get a new stadium. Move them to San Antonio. Put them in the Alamo Dome. Guarantee you the Alamo Dome has more seating than FedEx Field.
I think on a sellout day at FedEx Field, it can hold 82,000. I think the Alamo Dome is right around 63. If anyone still in the chat knows that answer without saying looking it up, feel free to say it.
I'm looking.
Because we still got 5 people. Well, 4 people.
FedEx
I'm looking
Field
at
capacity? Come on, give me a number here, guys. I'm looking up. Okay, now FedEx Field has a capacity of 91,000.
Okay,
So I mean, yeah, you're cutting down 30,000, but let's just think about this. How willing is Landover, Maryland, willing to lose 90,000 fans coming to their game, whether they're for the Redskins or whoever they're playing?
Well, put it to you this way, okay? When I was there, you say it holds 91,000. Between the two fan bases that day, there's only 50,000 people there. Where if you're moving to a state like Texas, we know you Texans love football. They would probably sell out every single game.
Now, the thing is, because of the Redskins-Dallas rivalry, it'd be interesting to see. But if let's face it, think about it. If you were to move the Redskins to San Antonio is a city that has always wanted, the city itself has always wanted an NFL team. Look at how welcome they were back in 2005 when the Superdome collapsed and the Saints came and played in San Antonio while, after Hurricane
Katrina.
Yeah. After Katrina, San Antonio wants an NFL football team. I don't think anybody would care if we brought if we turned them into the San Antonio Commanders. And how much would that affect the Dallas Redskins? Now you're making an in-state? I'm just saying. Yeah, but I agree. They would sell out every game. But the NFL was like, no, we'll cave. I don't know. But
the question is, would you keep them the Commanders or would you change the name?
They would probably keep the Commanders to start with.
Okay. Now you're now the owner of an expansion team in San Antonio. You can't carry the Commanders' name. What do you name the team?
See, at that point, I don't think I would just on my own choose a name. Knowing San Antonio, having grown up there, I would leave it up to the city. Wow. I would have a way to have the city give suggestions. Okay, give us suggestions. Then we take those suggestions, narrow them down, and let the city vote on it.
Washington just tried that with their mascot, and they let anyone vote on it.
Oh yeah, it would go. You're gonna get those. Oh, we should be the Dicks, or we should be the San Antonio Flying Dicks. I don't know, but you're gonna get those. But you're gonna get some good ones. And knowing San Antonio and how they value their history, I mean, every year, when it comes to minor league baseball, they have a month or so where all the teams sort of do this, Hispanic heritage. Yeah. San Antonio goes from being the San Antonio Missions to being the San Antonio Flying Chanclas. And the first year they did it, everybody's like, oh, is this going to be offensive? Or we don't want to offend it. The town loved it. They went crazy. The Flying Chancla memorabilia went flying off the shelves.
That's funny.
It was great. So I I mean, of course, you can't use the Cowboys.
No.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, when you know an
San
answer,
Antonio, I would go armadillos, but that's more North Texas than South Texas.
when you the first thing, I don't know why. As soon as you said that, I thought of an old school movie. You ever watch a movie called Necessary Roughness?
Nope.
It's an older movie. It's about Texas State University and how they had the death penalty or whatever. But their name is the Texas State Armadillos. And it was like a really weird looking jersey. It reminded me of Eastern Michigan, the green and white. Like, it's a movie that came out in the 90s. And as soon as you said Armadillos, that's the first thing that pops in my head is that movie. I watch too many movies. But speaking of movies, you have to talk to Mike when he gets back on. Because since we're doing our Friday night movie night on Game 1 of the World Series, Kevin, you know Kevin, my friend Kevin, suggested that we should talk about baseball movies. Because we would continue our Disney debate, but Andrea won't be on the show this week. She has a prior obligation. So I'm going to save Disney for when she gets back. So we could actually run the table, maybe start a little bit earlier on Friday night and do nothing but baseball movies.
Oh, and there's plenty of them. So many good baseball movies. Trouble with the Curve, Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the Year, Little Big League, and of course, the classic, if you build it, they will come, Field of Dreams. And then, of course, There's No Crying in Baseball.
Yep, that's Kevin's favorite movie.
But I think we could have fun with that.
So
I think we could have fun with that. I like it.
When Mike jumps back in, I'm going to bring that back up and let him give his opinion. But I just think it's quite because Andrea loves Disney so much that we should wait and do the second part of Disney when she's available. Hey,
speaking of the devil.
We were just talking about you.
We can't hear you, Mike.
No, we can't hear you.
Right. Sorry, how did I mute?
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
We were just, he was supposed to be reading.
China, I don't know. I missed all this crap. I have no idea what you guys are talking about here.
So, well,
talk about Friday night movie night.
I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is awesome.
Oh yeah,
good job,
we talked
Kelsey.
about that earlier.
So, because well, we were talking about like the derogatory names, like how the Redskins had to drop their name and stuff like that. And then I popped the question on Sam because he had figured that San Antonio wants a professional football team. If he was the owner of the team, what would he name them?
The Armadillos.
And my God, from Unnecessary Roughness.
That's what John said.
I love that movie.
That's what John said here.
I said the same exact thing. So then we got talking about Friday night movie night, and since we're doing it on Friday night, which is technically Game 1 of the World Series, Kevin Peak, one of our top followers, has suggested that we do nothing but baseball movies. Since Andrew won't be here this Friday, we'll hold off on Disney until she's back and do a different subject.
Well, we were never going to do Disney Friday.
Yeah. So he had suggested.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea.
Baseball movies. I'm on it. Or I say we just live stream. The World Series, but we might get in trouble for that one.
So
give me a second.
What was said? Yo, people in the chat, I don't know what's going on around here. So tell me what's going on. If there's any shadiness going on with John and Sam. I need to know. I need to know. Come on, I'm back. There should be like massive stuff going on here. Come on, babies. Talk to me. Curtis, where you at? Kelsey, where you at? Tyler, where's everybody? Bobby disappeared. Come on, people. Get back on this. John, are you one of the people signed in?
Huh?
Are you one of these people signed in?
Yeah.
Dang it. Trying to get people to come back. Sam had to leave for a minute, he said.
Oh.
There it is. What do you have it on, John? Blu-ray or DVD?
Just DVD.
Good.
But classic movie. He said that Armadillo's, and it's the first thing I saw of. I was like, yes.
Yeah, I can almost quote that movie word for word. I love that movie.
Well, do you remember who plays the play-by-play announcer in that movie?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you slide. But no, he said Armadillo. I was like, oh.
His name was Niedermeyer.
Yep. Who else is in this? Catherine Island, Scott Boat, Hector Lozano, Sinbad. I love Sinbad in this movie.
Yeah, he was awesome in this movie.
So it's just funny. He said Armadillos, and that's the first thing that popped in my head. And likewise with you. Same page, Mike.
Same page.
So
same page.
Yeah, we've been looking around like since you stepped
out.
out.
Wait! It's Rob Schneider.
I know you said Deuce Bigelow. I said
but I forgot for a minute his real name.
Okay, well, Rob Schneider is correct. Yes.
Beautiful.
I feel old. The movie came out in 1991.
Man, I'm old.
Yeah, I'm going to be 36 in a couple months.
Dude, I was 21 when that movie came out. I'm 52 now. Old.
Good show.
Exactly. Okay, New England took a lead, but now they're down 23-14.
I really haven't been paying attention. We've been having fun in the chat.
No, I'm just tossing it out. I don't know what you guys were talking about other than this movie, I guess.
Yeah, well, you've just been bouncing all over the place with like teams that.
Well, I heard you say wait till Mike's back, but I have no idea what you meant by that.
About the whole Friday night movie night thing, talking about baseball movies.
Oh yeah, Sam is no longer a part of that. I'm just kidding, everybody. Sam's a big part of it.
I mean, he doesn't have to be. We have to say.
His part is this big. Is that correct?
What's that?
Is that a correct statement? Sam, I'm about to trash you.
Go ahead, trash me. I want to hear this.
I was trying to get Master Chief to agree.
Okay, what's going on? What I meant.
We were talking about movie night. And what did you say, John, to start that off?
That we were going to do baseball movies on Friday night?
Yeah, we get back.
That's right. And then I said, well, Friday movie night. And I said, Sam's not a part of that.
You know what? Fine. I won't be there Friday night. I'm going to join you Friday night. But you know what? Now I won't. I won't.
Shut up, Sam.
And then I showed Mike something out of my collection, Sam.
What?
I showed Mike something out of my collection. You want to see?
Sure. Go for it. Nice.
Yes. Hey, if anyone needs 16 gigs of HyperX Fury DDR4, I have an extra one. I also have.
I got him beat.
M2 drive.
I'll up him. I have one that has 32.
What?
So we go from talking sports to hard drive to movie.
John, look, disturbing image.
Hey, it's a Saints thing.
No, it's not a Saints. It's a Boy Scout.
That's a Saints logo.
It's not though. That's Boy Scouts.
Nope, Saints.
It's an eagle.
Yeah, it is an eagle. There's an eagle right in the middle of it, guys. Are you kidding me?
It's a Saints.
There it is.
An eagle.
Nope. Mike's a Saints fan. Trader.
No, I'm not a Saints fan, even though I like Alvin Kamara.
We don't talk about Alvin. He's. I need him to do some better work.
Okay.
I
think he's got a lot on his mind.
I'm just surprised he's still playing with all the legal stuff he's going through.
Yeah.
Well,
what's his name got off early? Got off easy. The quarterback for the Browns. He got off easy. He should have been either suspended 1 or 2 years or should have been thrown out of the league.
Who?
Sorry. Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah.
He got off so easy. Are you kidding me? 1 year that's what it should have been minimum. 2 years, pretty good. Thrown out of the league would have been fine.
Hi, Kelsey. Thanks for tuning in. I'll say
Kelsey. See you later, Kelsey. Love you.
To
you, Kelsey.
Especially considering how, if you look at the MLB, who was it that got suspended for an entire year, like almost a year and a half in the MLB? I think it was in the Dodgers organization.
Hey, Tyler, that's awesome. Sorry, I said to say, Tyler, that's awesome. That's hard as shit.
That's a quarter.
Still, yeah, put it in, John.
Oh, I will. Oh, you would.
Yeah, baby. Go ahead, Sam. I cut you off again. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to remember who it was. Yeah, Trevor Bauer.
Oh, Trevor got it.
Tyler put it up here. Yeah. Sam was about to say it, Tyler. So.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. But Trevor Bauer, he was suspended for 2 years over an allegation that was then in court proven to be false. She admitted she lied about it, but yet the suspension stood. But yet here you have Deshaun Watson in the NFL, who's home to domestic violence.
I wouldn't even say it's domestic violence, but we're.
But this one. But
no, look. Wait a minute. I'm going to interject here. Look. He cannot keep saying that he's innocent. He settled 22 cases. Okay. When you settle, okay, that means something was going on. 22 times. Sorry. That's pretty good evidence.
No, exactly.
Pretty good evidence.
No, but so you have Trevor Bauer, who was alleged to have done something, suspended for 2 years.
I remember now that you brought it up, Sam. I remember.
Unpaid for 2 years.
Now I have a question for you, Sam. Does that contract of Brown, since it's fully guaranteed, does that mean he could go to jail or get thrown out of the league and he still carries that? They're still going to have to pay him that?
I don't think so. I think that every contract, yes, there's guaranteed money, but I think that's guaranteed money if, say, he gets traded at some point. If the team decides to trade him, he's still guaranteed that money.
Okay.
Or I think if you break the contract, because part of that contract is behavior issues, and if you do something that breaks that contract on your end, it voids the contract, which voids the guaranteed money in the contract.
Okay. I didn't
That's
know.
my understanding.
Well, thanks, Sam. I didn't 100% know, so I appreciate it.
Yeah.
There's clauses in every single contract that you can get around certain aspects, but as of right now, yes, the Browns are on the hook for over $230 million to Deshaun Watson.
Got you.
Now, question. When has he already come back, or is this his first week back?
No.
He's not technically back yet. He's been allowed in the facility to work out, train with the team, but he won't be back on the field till week 13.
Week 13, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Against Houston, isn't it?
Yes, oddly enough.
He's not going to save the Browns season. Tell you that right now.
Nothing.
The local Houston area has
Sam, that was awesome.
Nothing can save the Browns organization.
No.
I'm sorry. The only possible thing that could save the Browns organization at this point in time, and it's been the same way for the last 20 years, is if they sell.
I agree with you. The owner group sucks.
If you would have to completely sell the organization, move it someplace else, get all new coaches, all new front office staff, a new owner who actually know what the fuck they're doing. Pardon my language. I'll put in a quarter later.
John's got it.
But
because
if you look at the Browns organization over
nice job.
If you look at the Browns organization since we'll just look at since 1999, so over the last 23 years, the Browns have had let's see, we're looking at Browns okay, since 1999 they had 2 in 99. They had 3 quarterbacks in 2000, 1 in 2001, 2 in 02, 2 in 03, 3 in 04, 2 in 05, 2 in 06, 2 in 07. There has only been It has not been since the last 4 years when they got Mayfield where they actually had a consistent quarterback, or
Didn't they win?
since they've had
Sam,
a quarterback that has stayed in the team and as starting quarterback for more than 2 years.
Sam, was there a record that year 10-6?
What year?
Which year?
The best Baker they did it with Baker Mayfield.
2019? His first year? Well, I guess
No,
2018.
his best year.
I don't even know what his best year was.
No, they made it to the playoffs. They beat Pittsburgh. Nobody remembers this.
Nope.
I think it was
You guys-
2020.
But here's the thing.
His best statistical year, and they still got bounced after they beat Pittsburgh. They still got bounced. So. Sorry, Sam. Sorry, Sam.
Until Baker Mayfield in 2018, the Browns had not had a quarterback play more than 2 years since Bernie Kosar. If that puts into perspective how many quarterbacks the Browns have had and how inconsistent they have been with their quarterbacks.
Well, I know you love Tim Couch. So.
Well, there's a curveball to think about. Imagine the 1999, the Cleveland Browns were the first overall pick because they just came back in the league. So technically, it should have been the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, let's rewrite the history books a little bit. With the first overall pick in the 1999 draft, the Cleveland Browns select Donovan McNabb.
I didn't know that. And we got him from the Browns?
No, I'm saying, say that happened.
Oh, okay.
Because the Browns had first pick that year, they drafted Tim Couch out of Kentucky. Eagles got McNabb number 2 out of Syracuse. Okay? But just for a laugh, say instead of taking Tim Couch, the Cleveland Browns drafted McNabb. Do the Eagles take Tim Couch or do you draft Achille Smith?
They would have gone for I still think they would have gone with
McNabb would have lasted. McNabb would have lasted 2 years.
That's what I was trying to say, Sam. Sorry. I don't think I don't care if it'd be tough to pass in that. You could bring up a lot of passers that would have shit with the Browns that are good passers but would suck with the franchise.
I mean, you take heck. Here's another one.
You got it, Sam.
Peyton Manning. If you take Peyton Manning and in he was drafted in 98?
You're right.
Yeah.
Drafted 98. And let's see. What round? Trying to find the round here.
Don't mind
first round. He was the first round, first overall pick by the Colts. Had Cleveland had that pick, had Cleveland been able to pick, Peyton Manning in 98, they wouldn't have selected Couch most likely in 99, but Peyton Manning probably wouldn't have had the career he had.
Yeah.
Because Cleveland, since Bernie Kosar, Cleveland is where quarterbacks go to die.
Used to be Oakland.
Ron Chessing. Yeah, Rob, what's up, baby? Rob, thanks for joining, man. In on the conversation, man. I love you for that.
You're welcome. But
Ron Chessing is one of my friends on at bowling, a good friend of mine. He's a great guy, and I really appreciate him coming in here. Thanks, Ron.
So I like Cleveland. The only thing that could possibly save that franchise right now. Baker Mayfield couldn't save it. Johnny Manziel, Mr. Football himself, couldn't save it.
That guy got all in his head once he graduated.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was
with Manziel. He was. I'll call it this. He had the LeBron James complex, and I say that because he thought he was so talented that he could just walk out of college after his sophomore year and play in the NFL.
Yeah,
and rely solely on his talent.
I thought he was overrated going into the league. I thought even though they picked him in the late first round, he was overrated.
He was. Now, if you take Johnny Manziel and you let and he decides if you have Johnny Manziel, he decides, let's say he decides to stay at A&M for 2 more years. He finishes out college at A&M. He probably wins a national title with A&M. I'm going to be honest about that. He would probably have won a national title, or at least gotten into the playoffs. He would have developed his game, and he probably would have learned to not be so stupid. He would have been able to probably get drafted better to a better team who would have been able to develop him even more. Because let's face it, Johnny Manziel was talented.
Yeah, but that doesn't transfer over from college every time.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't. But if he was young, I mean, he was a sophomore in college. He had just finished his sophomore year. So he's going into the NFL as what, a 22-year-old?
20.
20?
20.
Rather than 22, 23?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That it makes a difference.
Now, let me ask you a question,
Physically.
though, Sam, when you're done this. I want to ask you a question when you're done. So,
Okay, I'm done.
Wait 1 second. I just want to go back to the Browns for just a second. Okay. If Denver, if they hadn't fumbled and choked a lot, Denver owned them during that period. The Browns could have gone further, but they just had mishap after mishap. Do with Denver. Their last run, he fumbles in the end zone. I'm like, come on, dude. Just wanted to throw that out there. The Denver Broncos were their curse. All right, back to Sam's more current conversation.
What's your question?
Okay. Being a Cowboys fan.
Ron, you're right. Ron's right.
Oh, he's absolutely right, yeah.
100%.
There you go, Ron.
But put this into perspective for you, okay? The year Manziel was drafted, Dallas Cowboys have around the clock. Jerry Jones has the pick in his hand, and he's getting ready to turn it in to select Johnny Manziel. If Johnny Manziel goes to Dallas, does he have a better career?
No, Dallas is screwed. Dallas is screwed. We don't get Dak Prescott, and Dallas spends the next 5 years rebuilding because of a stupid decision by a stupid owner. I thank his son every day. That every Sunday when I watch a Cowboys game and I see Dak Prescott on the field, I go, thank you for taking that out of your father's hands.
Okay, because now I'm going to throw some theoretical BS at you, okay? And you're going to laugh at me, and I don't care because it's the dead honest truth, okay? The year that Dak Prescott came into the league was 2016, sorry, okay? Ezekiel Elliott came into the league 2016 as well, if I'm not mistaken, correct? Okay.
I believe so.
That year, Billy had a top 8 pick. Okay. They had moved up to number 2 with the trade with the Cleveland Browns because the Browns didn't value a quarterback. Okay. At that time, the Philadelphia Eagles had Sam Bradford, who was just coming with the team, had a consistent year, and all that. So the one missing piece we were looking at was a running back because we had Ryan Matthews who couldn't stay healthy. Okay. So I'm telling people all along that when you move up that high, this is before Carson Wentz was even brought up, that you should go after a running back and grab someone like Zeke Elliott at Ohio State as an early first-round pick. He can develop into a 3-down back. He can be your go-to running back. And then later in the draft, around your 4th or 5th round, you should go for a developmental quarterback. And my pick that year out of Southern Mississippi was Dak Prescott. Because I felt that he could come in, he could sit behind Bradford for a year, he could learn the system, and then progress into your starting quarterback. A month before the draft, Dak gets a DUI, and his stock falls. And then the Eagles wind up switching everybody, throwing a curveball, and then you had the whole big debate between the LA Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles, who takes Jared Goff and who winds up with Carson Wentz. If that doesn't happen, I've had picked on my mock draft the Eagles taking Dak Prescott in the 4th round that year as a developmental quarterback. You can believe me or not believe me, I like Dak Prescott in college.
Oh yeah, he had a good college career, and he's had a, despite what a lot of people say, he has done well in Dallas.
So,
Guys, just to throw something in there, just wanted to tell you guys about the current game. They benched Mac Jones and turned to Bailey Zapp.
the rookie out of Eastern Kentucky.
They did.
Wait,
yeah,
who did?
They
Oh,
benched Mac Jones, the Patriots quarterback, in
really?
favor to Bailey Zapp.
Wow.
Yeah, that I didn't expect that to happen.
Nope. Well, when you struggle, Bill Belichick's not going to hesitate to pull the plug. And Zapp's been playing some pretty gosh darn good football for him.
Well,
So.
it's 26-14.
But look at the weather conditions. You can't really like.
Well, they pulled him when Mac Jones threw an interception early, and then the rookie quarterback almost immediately threw a deep touchdown when he came in.
Yeah, because he's been playing, so he has that momentum. This is Mac Jones' first game back in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but Mac Jones was supposed to be the second coming of a good quarterback for Chicago, but I just don't see. I don't know if I see that right now. I mean, not Chicago, for New England.
I wouldn't write him off just yet.
I think. Well, here's the thing. I think people put a lot of pressure on him. Because he came out his first season, his rookie year, did phenomenal. I'll give him that. For a rookie, he did amazing. So now everybody's talking, oh, he's going to be the next Tom Brady. He's going to be the next Tom Brady. And Bill Belichick has the next Tom Brady. Like, that's going to get to you. Because now you're like, I have to live up to that. No one is going to live up to Tom Brady. Not anyone currently playing. I'm sorry.
True. But you also got to keep in mind, too, that year, like that Mac Jones was drafted, Trey Lance and all them guys were drafted, they all had to give up assets to move up to get who they wanted. The Patriots were lucky enough to have Mac Jones fall in their lap. Like, you can't say that it wasn't meant to be if, like, Chicago had to move up with the Giants to get Justin Fields. Trey Lance was a move-up pick for San Francisco. Like, the names go on, but meanwhile, the Patriots sitting at 15 didn't have to do nothing. Mac Jones fell to them. So, in retrospect, like, that's a win. Not to have to give up draft capital to go after your future. Yeah, you might have one bad game, but he's coming off an injury, hasn't played in over a month. So, yeah, he's going to look rusty. Meanwhile, this Bailey Zapp, who's a rookie this year, has stepped in for an injured Brian Hoyer and actually done pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Brian Hoyer should get a $300 million contract over 10 years.
Brian Hoyer's 38 years old.
I tried to make Sam laugh. Sam just smirked. Anyways. Wait a minute. So just to let you guys know, I know we mentioned Peyton Manning back about 15 minutes ago, but I just wanted to say I think it's, whose kid is it? His grandson, whoever, I think it's Archie's, is it?
It's Arch Manning.
That's his.
It's him and Eli's nephew.
Okay.
It's the other Manning. Everybody knows Archie Manning. Everybody knows Eli. Everybody knows Peyton. But then there's the third brother who did play football for a while. But
no, I know
wasn't his thing.
No, it wasn't. But I'm saying his nephew is absolutely crushing it, dude.
And where is he committed?
Absolutely crushing.
Where is he committed?
He is committed to UT.
Yes, sir, he is.
I didn't know that, Sam.
So right now we have Ewers, who was a 5-star quarterback coming in, who is doing, as a true freshman, doing great. I think not next year, but actually I think this is Arch's senior year in high school right now.
It is. He's putting up gaudy numbers.
as long as he stays committed to Texas, he'll come in.
Yeah, I see.
He'll come in. He'll play behind Ewers, who, if Ewers continues to play the way he is, he'll probably move out of college and after his junior year, which will leave Arch Manning 2 years under him, or trading passes.
I'd rather have Arch Manning in there.
Well,
are you kidding me? If you can build him.
See what he did to Oklahoma?
What? I don't even. I'm trying to tell you something else. What about Oklahoma?
No, I'm saying you said you'd rather have Manning in there. I'm saying, did you see what Ewers did? I'm saying I'm sticking with Ewers right now.
Wait, what?
Ewers, UT's current quarterback.
Oh, you don't agree with that?
I don't agree with going Manning. No. Now, if he comes into training camp next year and he earns that position over Ewers, 100% give it to him.
Well, he's going to have to go 2 years in college before going to the pros.
Ewers? Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so right now, Ewers is a true freshman. And Manning should be going up next year. So you'll have Manning as a true freshman. They'll probably redshirt him.
You're right, Sam.
Guaranteed. So he'll have 5 years. His first 2 years, he's plays behind Ewers. Learning, developing. Ewers goes to
maybe his first year, Sam, but not maybe 1 year, but not 2.
We'll see.
Look, with their current UT's current
quarterback, yeah.
UT, okay. I understand what you're saying. Being behind somebody, that's great. But your current quarterback, Arch Manning, gets you a national title if they build around him. You don't get one from the current quarterback.
I think you could.
I mean, you'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
I really think you could. If UT were to develop their defense just a little more, their offense is explosive. They put 49 points on Oklahoma. They put up, I believe it was 48 points on OSU. I don't think UT has scored under 40 points yet this season. But they're allowing just as many points, and that's the problem.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
You develop that defense, I think Ewers could win you a national title. Or at least take you into the playoffs.
Wait, that's his last name?
Ewers? Yeah.
No, what's his last name?
UT's quarterback?
Yeah.
Ewers.
It's what? Ewers? I'll have to look it up. I don't know I can't hear you that well, Sam. What is his name?
Ewers.
Ewers?
Yes.
Okay, that's not what I thought you said. Sorry, Sam, for not being able. I couldn't hear you. I mean, I could hear you, but I just couldn't make it out. I apologize. And Sam just didn't say anything. I apologize to him, and he doesn't say anything.
Quinn Ewers. Ewers.
I thought you said Ewing, and when I was going to say Texas, and yeah, you know where I was going with this. Dallas, the TV show. That's why. That's awesome.
But I think you could, especially with next year. They're projecting the college football playoffs to go to 12 teams by next year.
Okay. You think by next year they're going to have?
Oh no, they've already said that.
Next year?
They are expanding it next year.
I thought that wasn't happening for 2 to 3 years.
They changed it.
Wow. So 6 team or 10 team? What are they going to?
I believe 12.
Whoa, that's too many.
No.
10.
There you go, Mike. There's a name for you.
There you, buddy. I was dying there.
12 is perfect.
John, check private chat for a minute.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then there's another true freshman quarterback this year that is not getting a lot of hype just yet, but I think he's going to develop also, and that's E.J. Warner, who is the son of Hall of Fame quarterback
Kurt Warner.
He's playing at Temple this year.
Oh, he is.
And he's been
I-
starting. The
How's
last
he
4 or 5
doing?
games.
How's he doing?
He has his moments. He has his weakness. Back and forth, but to be expected playing at Temple.
True. I'm not. Look, I'm a humongous Penn State fan, and I'm not even sold on our head coach, Franklin. You know, he signed him that humongous extension. I thought he was going to be released. I didn't think he was going to be signing an extension. He sucks. Sorry, it's every year he like puts up a team that wins, go to a bowl game, but he's never challenging for the national title.
Kevin's clarifying college football. Like Bob and Kev said, it will expand by 2026 unless all your implication is.
Yeah, see that's what I thought. I saw it was 3 years, so you're going 4 years. Kevin, I think you're right, but Sam says it's next year, so I don't know. I don't know.
We shall see.
John, yeah, look it up, buddy.
Oh well.
It is. I don't know. And then Kevin wrote this. So it's kind of like Sam, maybe kind of, well, Kevin's still saying that it could be implemented, I guess, sooner is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, precisely.
Sam, I'm not trying to, bust your balls, but I was just saying I didn't know if it was going to be next year. I just didn't think it was. So don't take offense.
If you ask me, there's a couple of years that you have multiple teams who are undefeated, rather if they're SEC, ACC, Big Ten, whatever, put all the undefeated teams into a playoff and let them have at it.
So how many games do you – oh, here we go. So wait, you guys are in favor of a 12? I think 10's enough.
Say you have 8 undefeated teams. I think you just run the 8 undefeated teams.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Change it every year.
Yeah.
To the undefeated ones. That's an interesting thought, John.
Because it's just the same power conferences year after year. I get it. SEC is the toughest college conference to play in. I get that. But then you're going to have these other major conferences building power. Like you're going to have the Pac-10 getting bigger. The Big Ten's getting bigger. ACC is always competitive. Like, stop favoring one consistent conference. Yes, SEC is tough, but the Big Ten has Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State. Minnesota's always surprising. Nebraska, Wisconsin, they can have breakout years. The Pac-12, you have Oregon, USC, UCLA. Like, there's multiple conferences out there that have heated rivalries every year, but they're always left out of these big dances because the SEC buys all the slots. How many times are you going to throw Alabama and Georgia's at us? It gets tiring and boring after a while.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Alabama in there every year. And I said this on a previous one of our shows. I'm telling you right now, I hate the fact that they always say they're squeaky clean in Alabama. No, they're not. No, they're not. You don't just get that. I know the TV exposure. I may have already talked to Sam. I might have already talked with Sam. But I understand the TV time. I understand SEC. You want to play in front of the cameras, get noticed, go to the pros. I get all that. But Alabama they just every year. Are you kidding me? I mean, I just don't know how they're pulling that off.
Because it's just straight to schedule. That's what they're going based off of. They're basing off of the rank of competition that Alabama's playing in the SEC every year. They could have 1-2 losses in that conference, but they're still being considered a top 4 team. Get over it. Mm-hmm.
No, because they talk about strength of schedule. I think were you just saying that, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they give them credit for running through the SEC, and they don't give proper respect to the other teams. I mean, look, UT, if Sam's on, UT should have beat them. I don't think Texas beat them. Did they this year? I think they came close, though, right? Wasn't that the game that Texas almost upset them?
Yes.
Almost upset them, right?
Almost.
Right. If you look at their scores this year, they're not dominating other than, more of the teams considered more of the junior league. Some of these teams are never going to, I don't think ever going to get up there to national championship, but you never know. I'm just saying that. Well, how do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
Again, like it's just if you lose and there's an undefeated team, you should fall behind the team that's undefeated.
Right, and they're still 5 or 6, I think.
Right now, Alabama is 6. I'm looking at the AP right here.
Oh, okay, John.
You have Georgia 1, which again SEC. Ohio State's 2, Big Ten. Number 3, Tennessee, SEC. Number 4, Michigan, Big Ten. So right now, since you're just doing the 14 playoff, you have 2 SEC, 2 Big Ten.
Right.
Okay.
Outside of Clemson, can you name me the last non-SEC team to win a national title?
I have to look that up. I don't know.
Exactly.
Ohio
And when
State.
it comes to when it comes to the college football playoffs, if you look at the winners of the college football playoffs, it's SEC.
Yeah, but it's too much. They give the SEC way too much of the games being that matter in the rankings. They favor them, and that it just shouldn't be that way. If they lose, they should be dropping down. If they don't, and that's ridiculous.
Well,
Sorry, John.
There's a reason for that. Because it's okay. So right now, just the other week, we saw it just the other week. Number at the time it was number 2 Alabama versus number 6 Tennessee. Tennessee pulled off the win. It was Alabama dropped from number 2 to number 6. The only reason they dropped that is because Tennessee was a top 10 team.
Yeah.
But if, let's say, had Alabama lost to UT at the beginning of the season.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, I missed it because I had to answer the phone call. Had Alabama lost to UT at the beginning of the season, that first week, they probably would have dropped below 10 because UT was unranked.
Yeah, but see, yeah, right. I get that. I know what you're saying, and that would have probably, hurt them. But instead, they almost lose to them. Literally, should have lost to them. Then they lose to Tennessee. Okay, and you're still 6. Come on.
Oh no, I agree. Now, I also, we don't have to get into it right now. That Alabama Tennessee game was BS. 100%.
It was. It was. Could the refs help out Alabama anymore? Seriously. Did you watch that game? You saw the penalties, right?
I'm going to call a pause on that one. Wait, what? Help out Alabama?
Yes, Alabama.
You mean help out Alabama on the second time when Tennessee was going for it on 4th down.
That's right. It was Tennessee. You're right, Sam. I'm sorry. It was the same game. I apologize. You're right.
Let's try reverse. Could they have helped out Tennessee anymore?
No, I don't agree with that.
No, okay. Here's my problem with that game. Yes, I'm an Alabama fan, and Tyler's going to be in here. It's a loss. It's a loss. I get it, Tyler. Yes, it was a loss. I understand that. I accept a loss. I can accept a loss, even if it is Alabama losing. You know what? If a team's able to beat Alabama, more power to them. But when you are winning it off of the back of a referee who can't be consistent, I am not saying that some of those calls should not have been called, but you have to make the same call on both sides of the field. If you're going to call a lousy winky-dink pass interference on one side, you have to call that same rinky-dink pass interference on the other.
Well, we know that refs aren't consistent, Sam. We know they're not consistent.
Well, this was like absolute blatant inconsistency. So if you look at,
I saw it.
Well, yeah, and if you look at earlier in the game, they didn't call a pass interference or a face mask when Tennessee's player literally reached around, grabbed the face mask of the receiver, pulled him back. Right in front of the ref. Doesn't call that. But then later on in the game, 4th down and 6 to go, Tennessee makes a throw to the end zone. The ball gets intercepted. They call it back for pass interference, and Alabama's player barely touched him.
I saw it. I watched the game.
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
know
what
what
I'm.
I know what you're talking about. I just still felt throughout the game the refs favor Alabama, and I think they've done that a lot. Sorry.
17 penalties to Tennessee's 5? What
Yeah.
do you mean they favored Alabama
What? Okay, where are you playing?
in Tennessee?
Exactly.
And they had 17 penalties called on them for almost 200 yards.
Okay. Yeah.
How
okay.
is that favoring Alabama? I don't see how that is favoring Alabama.
It favors Alabama all the time. Every freaking time they reach a tough game or a game they've got to beat a ranked team. Okay. They don't cheat.
I'm talking this
They
game
don't cheat.
specifically.
I know, but they don't cheat. I'm talking about the whole circle. That game, when I watched that game, yeah, there was a lot of penalties for 200 yards, but I felt that a lot of them, okay, that that they had are legit fouls. They're not like.
Well, no.
Never mind.
And that's
Never
what I'm
mind.
saying.
Never
No,
mind.
No, hold on.
Never mind.
I'm not saying that they were not legit fouls. That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is they were not calling those same fouls on Tennessee when Tennessee was doing the same exact thing.
Okay, that's because they were in Tennessee.
But what I'm saying, and that is what I told Tyler this. The fact that people are so willing to throw away the integrity of the game instead of holding the officials accountable for being inconsistent, saying, yeah, I know you're in Tennessee, but you need at least to make it seem like you're being consistent. But the fact that you're willing to throw the integrity of the football game away to see Alabama lose says a lot more about the Tennessee fans or the people who just hate Bama. The fact that you hate Bama just for you, and I'm not saying
I don't like him, period. I've already made this statement weeks ago that I don't like him. Alabama reloads suspiciously every year, and they're supposed to be a squeaky clean program. They're not. So
no program is.
I know. I'm just bringing up that Alabama is supposed to be this model franchise, just like Penn State. Other than their controversy with other stuff, we're supposed to be on the top pedestal too. Nope. I guarantee you, Penn State was doing the same shit under Joe Paterno.
I mean, you could go back to Bear Bryant. Bear Bryant was reloading his team because he knew how to recruit.
I mentioned this when you were gone. I said Alabama offers the tougher conference, more TV time. Alabama gets doted over. So, yeah, people are probably going to go for that reason. Yeah. I understand that. But they reload way, 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 way better than they should. I don't care what kind of recruiter you are. It's not just the players wanting to go there. It's the players going there to try to get noticed by scouts. And if Alabama had the same visibility that other teams have, that would not be the case.
No, that's not on.
This movie explains everything that you need to know about college football.
Yes, I love the program. You might as well nickname that. Put Alabama on the cover.
I mean, I think that it's.
I understand, Sam. You think I'm wrong. You think I'm wrong from that game. So I understand what you're telling me. You think I'm wrong. It's fine, Sam. You can tell me I'm wrong. It's fine.
I think that, in the sense of, okay, people want to go to Bama because that's who gets the TV time. That's, because they're able to offer that TV time. They're able to offer the scouts. Well, that's not Alabama's fault.
Okay.
I mean, who's the one putting them on TV?
I know. I understand. Go ahead, John.
I'm just going to make one comment that bounces off both of you, okay? People go to Alabama because you got Nick Saban as a head coach, okay? Nick Saban was not meant for the NFL. He's proven that he's not an NFL coach, but a mastermind when it comes to the college game. Do they somehow sneak in and maybe pay the rest a little bit on the side? Maybe, who knows? But if you ask me, as a whole, every single year, the SEC is the most ready college players to make the transition from college to pro. Mm-hmm. So these kids are seeing something in these SEC schools that wants them to go. It could be for the extra TV time or whatnot, but they're going and they're developing. If you look at the past 10 drafts in the NFL, SEC by far
dominates everything.
Dominates every other conference because they're playing the harder level of competition that's getting them ready to play on Sundays. So rather if you go to Bama, Georgia, Tennessee, just to name three of the top schools right now in the SEC, like you're getting pro level teaching.
Yeah,
So
I agree with that. You know, and that may be a big factor too, because I mean, if you go back 15 years, go to the early 2000s when it was the Big 12, when the SEC was they were there, but you know, it was mostly the Big 10 and the Big 12.
Yeah.
And so I think, and I think we saw this shift of the SEC teams learn to recruit a little better, and so they became the better conferences that drew more people in there.
If I'm a scout, I bring that up every time. I would bring that up every time. We've won this many titles this year. You're guaranteed so much TV time. I guarantee you every recruit gets told that. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and you have other colleges like you know who get big name TV time, you know, outside of the SEC. You know, Notre Dame gets a lot of TV time.
Another team that's tough to get out of the 25.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can lose 3 games there. You're still in the top 25.
again, based on strength of schedule.
Yeah, but Notre Dame's strength of schedule is never that high.
Isn't Notre Dame still a private
school?
Are they still an independent private?
Yeah, so independent school who makes their own schedule year after year after year, and they try to build a powerhouse schedule to prove everybody in the country that they're a top 10 team, but then they come out and get embarrassed by a Marshall school who they paid $2.5 million to go to South Bend to wind up losing to. Notre Dame would never be an elite top 10 school.
Or the occasions that they do make the playoffs, they get embarrassed in that first round.
Yeah, by an ACC or an SEC school.
I was shocked when this happened for the first time when Appalachian State beat Michigan. That was the first time a team had ever done that from a I think it was 2A school or 2A?
2A, yeah, double A,
right. I was shocked by that, but now it's happening more and more.
Yeah.
See, I know it's harder to do with football just because of the way football is played. But I really wish that we could have something with football like you do with with basketball.
Oh yeah, I love the NCAA tournament. I love it.
It would be awesome, but I understand why they can't do that, because you can't play as many football games back to back as you can basketball games, because football is a lot more physical. And so you have to have that recovery time or you're going to get seriously injured. But
I've always said that like a showcase, you take your national champion and put them versus the worst NFL team and see who wins. I guarantee you that national championship team would probably win.
So in this last year's case, so Georgia versus Washington.
Okay, no, well, how do you? Okay, let's go with a 12-team format. Okay, how are you going to seed them now? Okay,
so let's look right here. If you go with the 12-team format, right? You could honestly, your seeds don't matter.
I think it does.
Well, no. Here's why I say that. They matter in a sense, but take your Power 5, Big 12, Pac-10, Pac-12. So Big 12, Pac-12, Big 10, SEC, ACC.
Okay.
The whoever wins those 5 are automatic bids into the playoffs.
Kind of like what college basketball does.
Yeah. So your top 5 bids, automatic bids, are whoever win the Big 12, the Pac-12, the Big 10, ACC, and SEC. The rest, your other 7, are determined by the rankings.
But see, the rankings are corrupt because you do the top 5 schools right now, okay? You have 2 from the SEC, 2 from the Big 10, and 1 from the ACC. Where do other power conferences coming in at? There's what? 8 or 9 conferences in this league in college football, right? The ones that no one ever talks about. You got the MAC, Sun Belt, Conference USA, the Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Well, John, they're
There's-
trying to make, you remember, super conferences now.
Yes, and which I don't like. I like
do
the
I.
diversity throughout these conferences. So, if anything, say you have 8 conferences in college football, okay? Let the top 8, let the conference winners from their conference be automatically in this playoff. It is only fair. They earned that title as conference champion for a reason.
Right.
Now a school like I don't know, say Marshall wins the athletic conference. They win that conference, but they're not anywhere in consideration for this playoff because you got an Alabama school who's in the SEC who has a 2-loss season. They're still getting in the playoff based off their name.
But let's also face it. Boise State, Marshall, some of those smaller schools that do win their conferences, they couldn't compete with those top 12 teams.
Hey, Boise State beat Oklahoma the 1 year in the Sugar Bowl. I don't want you that they can't compete with the big name schools. Don't get me wrong. It took a trick play to beat Oklahoma, but they still beat them, and nobody saw it coming.
Oh yeah, I mean it can happen every once in a while, but when you are on a consistent basis, 9 times out of 10, Boise State is losing that game.
You're right.
But you also have to think it's also about the money. Who's gonna pay to watch Alabama versus Boise State? Like that's
No,
the other-
I agree with you. Yeah, who's going to watch that?
Nobody, because you get people checking the score on the ESPN app, but for the most part, nobody's going to actually turn on that game because they know it would just be a manslaughter on Alabama's side.
Okay.
Because their players are bigger, stronger, faster.
Well, here's something. Look, here's something that Nick Saban talks about. He gets all about these NFT things, right? They're all about the players getting money, right? He accuses another school of doing that. Okay, yeah. What is it?
The nil.
Yeah,
name
sorry.
and likeness.
I called it the I called it something else. That's that. Never mind. NFTs are something different. You're right. But he bitches about that to another school. He acts like he's never going to do anything with that, and that's absolute bullshit.
Oh well, he's going to because he can, but he doesn't. He didn't agree with it from the beginning. He was one of the most outspoken supporters of not allowing it.
Well, because it makes it pay for play. I understand what he's saying.
It really does. It doesn't
does.
matter that the college itself can't offer them money. No, the college itself can go, oh hey, here are the companies that can give you this much, this much, this much, and this much. I'm sorry, I don't believe. I'd rather get rid of the nil and have no NCAA football game than do this BS.
Well, this needed to happen. This is a selfish reason. I know some other people agree with me. Friends agree with me. This was the only way we're ever going to get another NCAA football game.
Yeah, but and here's the thing. Unfortunately, it's going to be trash.
No, it won't. It'll be good.
Oh no, it's going to be just like Madden. In Madden, it's trash every single year.
No, Madden has gotten to be trash. I know what you're talking about. No, Madden came out first, okay, and then when NCAA football released, it's like Madden was the beta and college football was the release product. They were better by far every single year, every single one of them.
I don't see it happening, but
yeah, dude, they were awesome. Do you see what NCAA 14 is going for online? Dude, $200. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's how me and John met here.
Oh, on NCAA football? No,
me and John met because we found I knew him from college, and I guess you just saw him on Facebook one night, John.
Yep.
We have a buddy who that's what he would stream, and he played NCAA 14 competitively for
It's
about
incredible.
a year.
The game's incredible.
Oh yeah, and it's one of the best. It's the best college football game ever made.
It was great, but 13
Now,
was good, 12 was good, 11 was good.
Now
They were all good.
They have a team right now. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's NCAA 14 revamped. So there is actually a team of people who continue to revamp the settings
On PC or console?
console
Okay.
for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. They update the rosters, they update gameplay. Now,
But I played every mode. I played every mode in that game. Franchise,
yeah,
one season. They're all great. My wife was like,
Yeah.
"How does that not bore you doing the
Oh,
franchise?"
I used to have
I just
fun.
love it.
My favorite part about those games was being able to create a player on NCAA,
And take them to the pros.
play through 4 years of college, win a Heisman, win a national title, whatever, and then go, okay, now let me pop in Madden 14 and I'll take them through an NFL career.
Yes, I love
Like
that
I used
feature.
to love doing that.
But when they find a good game like NCAA 14, they should mirror that, in 15 as well. Instead of trying like Madden does to revamp everything year to year to year, they revamp stupid shit.
We're gonna see here next July, how well they do with this new NCAA. Now, I was talking about the revamp, and I have a purpose for that, because the team that's been revamping NCAA 14, EA Sports actually hired a few of them to be able to come and help design the new game.
Do you like Madden?
Do I like Madden?
Yeah.
I play it.
I mean, were you a fan of that college thing where you play your last high school game and then you pick a college and then or one of the conference or one of the teams that they offered.
The newer one?
And then I don't know if it's still in this recent game. And then you only play your senior year.
Not.
What?
It's not in the newest game.
What was it? When was I know was it a couple of years back? It was 22.
Yeah.
But you could only pick X teams. You couldn't go to any team you wanted.
Because those are the teams that agree to be in the game.
Yes,
now, here's the other problem. Here's what we're also going to see. As of right now, not every NCAA team, even we're talking big name NCAA teams, have rejected the offer of being in the game. There are going to be teams missing.
The teams were never a problem. It was the NCAA players, the players that caused.
No, I know. Well, what I'm saying is,
I don't know. Can they get part of the profits of the game? I have no idea if that's going to be legal.
Well, I don't know. Well, no. What I'm saying is there are some colleges that have said we don't want to be a part of your new video game. We want no part of it.
That's like Michael Jordan did for the longest time. Barry Bonds did it. Barry Bonds never was in a game.
I believe Notre Dame was one of those schools.
Really?
I believe.
They had no problem with it before, so I don't know. They never had it. What do you say?
I'm checking here now.
Okay, guys, just give me an update real quick. Chicago's winning 33-14. Zap got picked off again. So it's 33-14. They have the ball. This game is over. Basically, 2-minute warning. Al Belichick lost to the Bears. That means the Bears, are they coming around? That's 2 big wins for the Bears.
I mean,
are they coming? That'll be 3-4 after this game.
I wouldn't say they're back yet, but they're definitely momentum.
I'm not sure. I can't find
I don't think they make the playoffs. I just think they can win 8 games.
But
that's me. I just wanted to update people on the game.
It's all good.
Of which game? Oh, the college or the Chicago New England game.
I was just saying they had 2 big wins in a row. Chicago's starting to come around. I think they can win 8 games. Personally, I think they can win 8. That's me.
Well, so they'll be what 3-4 after this one.
They'll be
tied with Green Bay. But right now, you have a very dominant Minnesota team sitting up there at 5-1.
Oh, we spanked their butt when they came to Philly.
Yeah, and Philly's their only loss.
They will lose to us again if they played us. That's what
they have a bye week this week. Let's see. Right now, they'll play the Cardinals, then the Commanders, then the Bills, Cowboys, Patriots, Jets, Lions, Colts, Giants.
They
Then
can easily
play-
get 5 more or
I
6
think
more games out of that.
I could easily see them beating the Cardinals, beating Washington. I think they'll struggle against the Bills, the Cowboys. Patriots might be a win, but not an easy win. Jets won't be an easy win. I think they might lose to the Jets. Lions should be an easy win. Colts should be an easy win. Giants, out the way they've been playing, that's iffy. They've already beat the Packers once this year.
But the Giants were 2 yards from losing to Jacksonville. Wasn't that the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, 2 yards, and they would have won the game.
Yeah.
So Giants don't seem overwhelming. I mean, Saquon's having a great year.
Yeah, but I see them beating. I see them sweeping the Packers this year. And then they finish off the season with
the Packers got off to a hard.
Bears.
They got off to a hot start, Sam. Green Bay did, but they've fallen apart since.
Oh yeah, it's Green Bay. I mean, right now Green Bay is sitting at 3-4, tied with Chicago. I just don't see. I mean, Green Bay they're going to squeak out some more wins. We'll see them in the playoffs. But honestly, I think we could easily see Minnesota win the division.
I could actually see that. Yeah.
I could see Minnesota winning the division. So,
did the Bears play the Packers yet?
Let me see.
Also, I don't know why they put Mac Jones was in for 6 plays or 6 passes and 3 of them complete and a pick. Zapp is gone 14 to 22 with 2 picks. I mean, what was the big switch there? He's not doing anything.
Yes, the Bears. Chicago did play against the Packers. Week 2, Green Bay won 27-10. They play again in Chicago on December 4th.
Okay.
But
Detroit plays every Thanksgiving, right?
Yep.
Is it always Detroit, Dallas?
Detroit, Dallas are top, like the 2 main teams. They never play each other, but they both have home games on Thanksgiving.
But both of those teams are consistent, though, right? Yeah, they are.
Yeah. This year they'll play the Bills on Thanksgiving.
Sorry.
Whereas the Cowboys will be playing.
Game over, 33-14.
Who's Dallas play?
I don't even remember.
Oh, damn.
To be 100% honest.
No, I think on Thanksgiving, Dallas faces Alabama.
Alabama by 10.
Good one, Sam. Good one.
Ooh.
No, Dallas
the Giants on Thanksgiving.
Ooh,
they play the Giants
matchup.
on Thanksgiving, and we play the Eagles on
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. John, did you saw what I sent you, right?
Yeah.
I had to buy it. So yesterday when I was at the game, Mike, I saw a button. Dallas colors, about this big. Dallas colors, and it simply says beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think that game, I think the Eagles win 77-10.
Yeah, no.
You're giving Dallas 10. I was going to give him a field goal.
John, who are you talking about here?
My cousin had popped in. I was trying to draw him out.
Oh, where's he at? Is he in there?
No, he's not here anymore.
But
I think Alabama could beat the Browns.
I think Temple could beat the Browns right now.
That's being generous, Sam.
Sam's being very generous.
But
Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Howard Payne, my alma mater, who's a D3 school, could put up a fight against the Browns. They wouldn't beat them, but could put up a fight against the Browns.
Yeah, your college tried to recruit me.
I highly doubt that, but
Yeah, I'm so not an athlete.
well, then that would explain why they tried to recruit you. Okay, no, here's why I say that. While I was there at Howard Payne, I was there for 4.5 years, 5 football seasons. I swear we won 5 games over those 5 seasons.
Damn.
Right now, Howard Payne is at 7-1.
Did you get your master's? 5 years?
No.
Okay.
It took me 4.5 years to get to get my bachelor's because of scheduling issues, because my advisor was not advising very well.
He was an asshole at a quarter, John.
She she did not advise me very well, and so scheduling mix up, and I had to pull an extra semester to do my
That
student
sucks.
teaching.
My son is a junior this year at college.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
old. Well, it's 11:15. We got to wrap this up by 11:30. So, anybody's final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Astros win the World Series in 6, winning it in Houston. Cowboys beat the Eagles on Christmas Eve.
that's so
That's
far
too
away.
far away. That's too far away.
I'm
Come
just gonna mute him on that note. He's
That's
done.
a 77-11 game.
Thanks for coming on the show, Sam. You're done talking for tonight.
Yeah, Sam's been awesome.
No, but just before we wrap it up, just giving everyone a heads up for tomorrow night, Trib 2s. We have
Review
a
Tuesdays, baby.
We can actually, if you want to start early on Friday night, Mike, let me know. Because game 1 of the World Series starts at 8. So if you want to hop on here at like 7, I'll be home by 3:30.
Okay.
Wait, I'm actually off all day Friday, so we can start whenever. We can actually do an afternoon.
Woo!
Yo, did you ever answer Tyler's thing, Sam? I put it up again.
Tyler, we've been over this.
That's all you guys say.
I root for Bama and Texas. The only time I root against Bama is when they play Texas.
Okay.
In which case I go for Texas. We've been over this, Tyler.
Put it up again.
So,
But you go on to being confused.
So Trib 2 tomorrow night. Friday night, movie night will be geared towards baseball this week for honor the game 1 of the World Series. Andrea, thanks for popping in last second.
Happy birthday, Andrea!
We're saving the part 2 for Disney for when Andrea gets back on the show. And then, Mike, this is where I'm going to throw a curveball your way. Okay?
Go ahead.
Since Halloween's next Monday, I'm doing that special Friday night movie night on Halloween night. Would you want to do a Russo's recap on a Sunday night? Oh, Sports Gladiators on a Sunday night.
Is there a game on Sunday night baseball-wise?
Nope.
Yeah, let's do it on Sunday then.
So, Sunday, 9 o'clock?
Yeah, Sunday works at 9. And most of the games will be over.
Yeah, we'll be watching the Sunday night football game. But
I think to both of you, man, I loved how we went in and out of the sports tonight. I think this format is good. Great. So how did you guys feel about that?
No,
Had fun.
Yeah. It's different. Instead of just reading off box scores, talking about different sports, we got a little bit in depth with college a little bit, which we don't normally touch on. But like when we do it Sunday night, we can talk games 1 and 2 of the World Series. We'll have a whole NFL Sunday. You have a whole weekend of college football pretty much wrapped up. So
yeah, well, the top 25 will be out and everything.
So,
Georgia,
yeah. By the way, the reason why I love college basketball and football, because the players play with a passion. Once they go to the pros, they all don't do that.
I mean, I would say the passion is still there to some degree. A lot of these players are.
Some of them, but not. I mean, they're going back. Go ahead, John.
No, some of them still have the passion, yes, because they're fighting to play on Sundays. Where the ones that know they're going to play on Sundays are trying to get these like contracts or whatever, the NILs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the transfer portal in college has exploded the last 2-3 years because of this NIL, and you're seeing some of these big name schools losing out to players because they're going to go chase money at a smaller school.
All
Like,
right.
look at Oklahoma. They lost their starting quarterback, their backup quarterback, and their top wide receiver all in the same offseason.
And their head coach.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm.
Like USC, I think USC is huge because of Lincoln Riley had 55 transfers into the program.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that all the time. I've never seen players transfer so much in my life.
Oh, it's because they opened up this transfer portal.
Yeah, I
Right.
agree.
Well, it's good. It's good for
But you
like
guys-
a freshman that's not getting playing time. For someone who's going to be a starter at a school to transfer out to go play for a head coach at a different school, I'm not for that. You're committed to that school. Stop being so selfish. Get your degree, and then you can do whatever you want.
So do you guys agree about the passion thing, or you guys are saying no? They play with the same passion in the pros. I don't think
No,
they
I
do.
think they do. I think they play with a little more passion.
Now, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about college basketball going back to direct out of high school?
What do you mean?
I mean, if a player is good enough,
You no longer need to in basketball. You no longer need to play a year in college anymore.
I mean, for some players, it's good. Some people, I think, they could use the development. I mean, there's a kid in Camden right now, Dejon Wagner, who is a son of a former NBA player who went pro after high school. Like, it depends on your trait. Like, some people are just gifted, but there's other players who are drafted right out of high school that make it to the pros that you never really hear of ever again.
It's true.
Well, I mean,
we had Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and all of them. Kevin Garnett came right out of high school, but
some of the best players to play the game in the last 2.5 decades, have been right out of high school. LeBron, Kobe, Garnett. I mean, you had guys like Tony Parker, who came from overseas, who at the age of 19.
Well, Jim, John touched on it though, right there about it.
yeah, but then you also have there's other players who went to college, even if it's for a year or two, who have dominated. Embiid, Kevin Durant.
Well, yeah, Sam just said it. Like Sam's saying, both of you said it. If the skill set's there, I can see them jumping. If it's there, those are all superstars. You're right. But if the average player tries to do that, it could be a disaster.
Yeah, and it's up to that person to have some common sense. Now you're leaving it up to the player's choice. Do I try to push my luck and go into the NBA draft as right after my senior year in high school? Who, let's face it, the only ones who are going to do that are the ones who know they actually have a chance. The average person knows, if I try to go into the NBA draft right after high school, I have no chance.
Do you think the coaches will talk to them and recommend they stay,
yeah.
Sam?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think, because I think you still see it today. College coaches do the same thing. There's some college players who they would do their 1 year, and I'm sure that their coaches said, hey, my suggestion would be, yeah, you're good to go to the NBA. You're great. You have all the skills. Or, hey, you got good talent. You're great, but A, B, and C, you still could use a little work on, and I think you could really benefit from staying another year or 2 or 3.
We'll get into that in another show. That could be another good sports debate.
No, I was just bringing it up because we were talking about college. That's all. So.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. I think we hit 9 people in chat tonight. We had my cousin here for a while. Andrew, the birthday girl, popped in and out. Curtis.
We got some new people. Ron stopped in.
Yeah, your buddy Ron.
Bobby stopped in.
Bobby, Tyler.
Everybody chimed in.
We had to get TJ Bellis in here one night. I want to pick his brain about his Panthers.
Who?
My friend TJ.
The Panthers have a good foundation. It's just going to take a year or two.
So,
at least my opinion. I just think that's my opinion. Jags.
Okay.
I still think that Lawrence is a transition or a trend. Yeah, never mind. I'll put it in simpler words. I still think he's a great quarterback in the right system. That's why I think Peterson will get all the best out of him.
I do too.
Hmm.
So
No.
that's how I feel about the Jags.
No,
I felt sorry for Lawrence last year.
Oh, dude, that was the biggest disaster ever with that coach. Oh my God.
We'll save that for another night, but
Yeah.
we'll see everyone tomorrow night for Trip Jews.
Yeah, 7 minutes left. But we're gonna
Peace.
we're gonna peace out here. John, you're gonna play the close, right, John?
Yep, I got it.
Too sweet, everybody. Too sweet.